Ah, shit.
Je m'appelle Jus.
I did not speak French at all.
Yeah, no shit. You can't.
Right. Hannah was like, I thought you were going to have this like down. And I was like, nope, it's not happening. I gave up already.
Why on earth would she think that? Does she know you at all?
I think she was expecting a little bit more because I did practice for about 8 months.
What, like on one of those apps?
On Duolingo, obviously. I'm not a ninny.
How much did you pay for that?
I accidentally paid $130 one time.
What?
I had to cancel it. They had to refund me because I did it by accident.
Well, that's crazy.
It's funny that you asked that. That was completely unprompted. I have to say, for future reference.
Sure.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy. So
I did use it for a little bit though. It was kind of nice. Like you have unlimited hearts. It's pretty convenient. You could just play for hours. You know, that's how I got so far.
yeah, you just like a little game.
I did gamify it. It was nice.
You don't learn stuff though.
No, I don't think so. Speaking it is a whole other thing.
Yeah,
But
sure.
Playing a game with it is easy. It helps me understand it. It did help me understand what was going on a little bit more.
That's good.
You know, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I
You were a lost little boy.
I acted like I didn't know what was happening, but I was listening. It was convenient.
All right, so let's run it from the top.
I want to start from the top of the flight. Leaving O'Hare. I feel like that's where I normally start these stories.
That's the top of a trip usually. Yeah, that's how trips begin.
I was not zonked out on an edible this time. And this normally impacts the travel portion of these trips.
Edibles.
Yeah, I usually eat edibles and I fall asleep. But this one, I was pretty stoked on because I finally...
But isn't it like a super long flight? Wouldn't this be the ideal time to sleep?
No, I figured that like it would wear off before I landed.
Correct.
So I didn't really want that to happen. And because then I would have been really, really exhausted from going... I essentially went in the future, you know. I went to the next afternoon and it was like I had an extra long day because the sun didn't go down
right,
until
so
9
you'd want
o'clock
your
that day.
you just keep advocating for reasons why you should have slept on the flight.
I did end up sleeping on the flight.
Okay, well, there we go.
I did, but only after about 3 gin and tonics, and it went really well because every time I needed another little bottle, I just hit that call button.
That's what they're there for, yeah.
It was over the course of about 30 minutes.
You drank 3 in 30 minutes?
Yeah. And I didn't realize that because I normally have edibles that, you know, it keeps me up a little bit longer.
Edibles do.
No, like having gin.
Sure.
Instead of the edibles.
So you had a little gin energy. So how many were in a row?
What do you mean? We had it was two like walkways, so it was 3 different sections of seats.
And
so
they were all 3?
We were in the center because the center of these that size of American has like extra leg room, so we had the extra leg room section.
But it was 3?
Yeah, 3, correct.
Tough.
It was nice.
You were in the middle?
No, I was on the edge on the right-hand side.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
What is it called when it has the 2 walkways?
A 747?
I don't know this. I don't know.
What do you mean?
The moment my ass hits the seat on a plane, I'm like headphones in, dialing in what movies I'm watching.
Right. So what did you watch? Emily in Paris?
Saturday night to start.
It was okay.
I had a great time. It was a good kickoff to my flight.
Did you watch Snack Shack?
No, I did not.
Oh.
And then I started Megalopolis.
How'd that go?
Have you seen it?
No.
I think you should watch it.
You liked it?
I think it was an experience that I was not prepared for after that many drinks that fast. And so I immediately crashed.
Why did you just slam them?
I don't know. I got excited.
Or nervous? Did you have coffee? What time did you leave?
6:45
p.m.
Yeah, p.m.
Okay.
like 7 o'clock, something like that.
So you had coffee.
No, I did not have coffee.
So you slammed 3 G&T.
Yeah. Those tiny bottles, it was so quick.
That's like a shot and a half. Those
Yeah.
little shooters.
Yep.
So you had like 4 shots of gin.
Maybe it was like an hour's span of time.
That's better.
It felt a lot. It was during the first half of Saturday night. That was all I know. You
drank all 3 in the first half? That's
Yeah.
like a 90-minute movie. So yeah, that's about 45 minutes then.
So that's how quick it was. And I think that
You were so you were into the movie so much. You're like, let's rip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Then what?
And then I watched the rest of the movie, and I had a great time.
Okay.
And the extra legroom really came in handy because I was all stretched out.
Yeah.
What am I going to watch next?
That's useful for you. You're a lanky guy.
Megalopolis.
So you watched the whole movie or no?
No, I fell asleep about an hour in. I couldn't handle it. It was so intense.
In a good way?
It's such an experience.
In a good way?
I really think that you would enjoy it.
In a good way?
Yes.
Okay. I doubt it.
I really think
I doubt it. It looks awful.
he can control time, you know?
Yeah, that seems terrible. I don't even know what that means.
It's really nice. Shia LaBeouf is in it, and he is hilarious.
You love Shia.
He's a A-list actor.
Misunderstood.
I don't care.
That's not what A-list
says.
means.
What do you mean? What do you think it means?
A-list is like a popularity thing.
I think that he's that popular too.
No, he's not on the A-list. He's barely working.
Oh, that sucks.
A-list is like Denzel, Leo, Chalamet, maybe Driver.
Oh my God, dude, his performance is astounding. I love what happens to his character in that movie. Adam Driver is the best in that movie.
Okay.
So that's his best role.
So then what happened? You woke up in Paris? Or you nothing else eventful on the...
Nothing else eventful. The food was not good.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was prepared, though. I had other snacks.
They're feeding fucking 400 people in the sky. How good could the food be?
Good point.
Yeah, you should have brought a sub.
I didn't have any breakfast booze, even though I was on the flight. I was like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. And I was really jet lagged actually.
When
we got there.
Because you were hungover.
Yeah. It was a pretty rough next day. But we had breakfast. We stayed at the Hoxton, so it
Am
was
I supposed to know what that is?
It's a like an American chain, I'm pretty sure.
Never heard of it.
They have one here, I think. I think they have one in New York as well.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
So how long is this flight? 7 hours?
I think it was 8 hours total.
Okay. That's tough.
It was good. It was okay. I really made do.
Okay, so flight's fine. Uneventful other than you getting hammered. What's next? You take a taxi?
It's the next day, 4 in the afternoon when we land. So we have...
Oh, that's a horrible flight.
Yeah.
You should have left at like 2 p.m.
Really, like, the name of the game is, like, getting to the hotel and, I don't know, getting ready for dinner.
Take a dump,
dinner.
get out.
Yeah.
You shit.
We had a really nice, like, little hotel room. It was pretty dope, actually.
Tiny bathroom.
Tiny bathroom, shower, big toilet.
Nice and tall.
Nice and tall.
Yeah.
Really perfect.
Sometimes you get, even I feel like some toilets are short, so I can only imagine how you feel.
Yeah. I feel like
you got real Abe Lincoln in you.
Getting there too. So the hotel was really dope. It had like a.
I was just gonna say. Do you have Marfan syndrome?
Is that a thing? That's what he had, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like I do?
No, I don't think you. Do you have a weird chest?
No.
Then I think you're good.
I think I have a normal chest.
I think so.
It doesn't really
cave in.
No.
You should be fine.
It doesn't cave in. I seen that shit though.
Yeah.
That's what that is?
I believe so. Anyway,
Abe Lincoln had a caved-in chest? No.
I mean, I doubt there's pictures of him shirtless.
That would be a really weak photo of our president, right? They wouldn't be down for that. Not
I
him.
don't think people really took their shirts off, nor had cameras accessible very easily.
So yeah, we get to the hotel. The car ride was kind of like dope, like rolling up into Paris.
Uh-huh.
We were supposed to get picked up in like a Mercedes bus or something, and it just ended up being like a Toyota 4Runner.
But it's like the hotel shuttle or something.
It was supposed to be, but it was just a guy's car. It smelled like shit.
Yeah, I bet they all do.
Oh god,
it's a stinky place, isn't it?
No, it's not that stinky. I think that I really what I've been saying is that everybody's got it wrong here.
How so?
Paris is dope. It's like
You told me it sucked.
It was it's what did I say? Quote me.
You're like, I don't get what all the fuss is about or whatever.
No, I did say something about that at one point.
So you loved it or you didn't?
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, you're gay. See, you pre-planned. You knew you were gonna say this.
Yeah. Oh, for what? Of course.
Yeah. See, this isn't the real answer. We wanted all honest. Raw, honest facts. I'm leaving it in. That was crazy. Dude, I'm gonna have
all honest. You what?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm for sure.
Oh no.
That's crazy. All right.
You'll get there.
To the aneurysm? Okay.
Once it hits, you'll know, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you do. I think you'll know.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Yeah. Smell like toast in here?
No. Oh no. Doesn't that mean you're having one?
That's a stroke.
That's not any better. Anyway, hit the hay, watch French TV. Actually, we ended up only watching British TV.
Wait, that's it? All you did was get to the hotel and go to bed?
Oh no, we had dinner. We had our first dinner there.
Oh, was that when you had the snails?
No, the snails was actually at a Bourdain spot.
Okay, so what did you have the first night?
The hotel spot.
So you didn't leave the hotel.
We went there 3 times total. So we had dinner that night, that first night, and then we had room service the next morning.
Sure.
And I got the French breakfast, dude. It came with a tiny croissant. It was
They called
lit.
it the French breakfast?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Is it called breakfast?
A Parisian breakfast, I think is what it's called.
Okay. Do they have an American breakfast? It was like a triple cheeseburger?
No, I don't think so. They had something American on the menu though. They did have a cheeseburger for sure. Is that an American thing, a cheeseburger? It is, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
100%. We're the best. We the best music.
I can kind of feel the American influence on their culture there though. It's just all
we got
there.
it all over, baby.
Yeah. And like I was in like fabric stores and all this stuff was just made in China too,
So
you know?
yeah, of course.
It's just like kind of, I don't know. Because my grandma was like, if you see any good fabrics, bring me back some. And I'm like, I think that she thinks they're like these gourmet markets of like Parisian silks or something.
No.
And it's like, that's not what's happening. It's just a regular, it's like a Joanne. It's
Yeah.
just the same thing.
Right.
But,
Do you have
sorry,
any French toast?
I had French toast the last day.
How thick?
Dude.
2 inches? That big?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It was like a quarter of the loaf.
See, I feel like that would be my ideal thing.
It
there.
was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't believe I waited that long to get it.
I'm surprised. That's your thing.
That was insanity that I almost didn't get it. And that was at the restaurant again the last day we went. I was like, this is the perfect amount of the hotel restaurant visits. You know,
like a hotel restaurant?
I always get down on them. Yeah.
Okay.
Get to the hotel restaurant.
Shout out to the guy at the Buffalo Wyndham. Was that our hotel? Wyndham? Whatever our hotel at in Buffalo was, shout out the breakfast buffet guy.
Oh, yeah. That was really good breakfast.
Nobody
Nobody
in any continental breakfast in America works as hard or cares as much about his quality than that man. Some of the fluffiest eggs I've ever had in my life, and they were made for the masses. Unbelievable. Anyway, continue.
The made for the masses line, it means that he fed about 50 or 60 people for breakfast service single-handedly.
And every person had a cloud of egg. It was
It's
amazing.
true.
And he made those little mini omelets. Oh, I should have ate 6 of them. Those were so good. That guy's a fucking legend.
I had like 2 or 3.
Love Buffalo. All right, keep going. I guarantee Buffalo, New York is better than Paris. I guarantee
it's
it.
Definitely not.
I guarantee it.
So that same day we had our breakfast in bed, but then we also went to a fancy restaurant. I think that was the same.
Did you have
day.
robes?
We didn't have robes. It
No.
didn't come with robes.
That's some bullshit.
I agree. We need more of those.
Slippies?
None.
That's honestly offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, how many steps from your hotel was a coffee shop and a bakery?
Like a block.
Okay,
No, like 2 blocks.
nice.
That first afternoon at 12 o'clock, I think,
Uh-huh.
we went to this like fancy restaurant. It was like it's like a Novelle. Hang on. I
A
need,
Novelle?
no. I think I would get it wrong. But we went there for brunch. They had it's a haute French restaurant.
What does that mean?
Just a fancy. It's a word for a fancy restaurant. Because they have a afternoon special that's only like $50 for like 3 courses, and
This looks a little pretentious, but I could see it being good.
they have a lot of fish stuff. We had a house-made smoked salmon that
Uh-huh.
was pretty phenomenal. It came on a little smoked spoon. So they opened up this box, and it was like, here's the salmon smoked in this beautiful scent or something.
Okay, yeah, so you admit it's bullshit. Okay.
It was phenomenal. And
Uh-huh.
especially for the service, it was just like, and because we were like the first reservation, we were with like the first wave of people, and like all these,
You would say that they were nice to you?
they were so nice.
Okay.
That's definitely
Throughout the trip,
throughout the whole trip.
you would say people were nice.
Absolutely.
Strangers.
Absolutely.
I don't buy it.
I don't know why you don't. There was, there was some.
There's always a second thing with you. I know who
There's
I'm talking
definitely
to.
like a locals of only vibe at certain locations. I will.
What
say.
does that mean? Go speak in more depth about that.
What there was just certain restaurants where it was like mostly like
They were like, get out.
no, they were just like mostly like locals sitting out front smoking, like kind of like there wasn't really anywhere for tourists to sit. You know
What is that? I don't understand what you're saying. Are you just saying that the place was full?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it. How do you know that the people there were locals or not?
Because they were all speaking French.
Fair. But, people
like,
from other countries can speak other languages.
they were mostly
throughout
French
Europe.
people speaking French.
You don't know who's French.
I think so. Most of in the certain sections.
But either way, it's not like there's not like tourist seating. You're just saying some places were full.
Yeah, for sure.
Something more happened. See, I always need to pull it out of you. I don't know.
No.
You're hiding something.
We stayed in a really nice area. It was kind of like right by a nice row of restaurants, like kind of like a little market area.
Uh-huh.
It was just fabulous location, honestly. It was right by
You finally came out of the closet.
yeah, there was like vintage shops for sure.
Oh, you don't say.
I went vintage
So you went to
shopping.
Wicker Park?
It kind of felt
Congratulations.
it had that vibe.
Yeah, well, great.
Shopping and food, like generally that's what
That's a place.
neighborhoods are. Yeah. I don't know what more you want. I'm not looking for much. It was also pretty. Some of it was really old, you know.
What do you mean? In Japan, there's like a claw machine that'll like put a man on a toilet or something. Like it's like
Those
crazy
are
shit.
that's that's different thrills, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to visit there too.
You want to go to places that are more like home.
It does have a home feeling for sure. I definitely get it. We did. So after that,
So you didn't go to the Louvre.
we did
the
go
Louvre.
outside of the Louvre.
The Louvre.
We went to like the pyramid, but we messed up our tickets. We thought that we were supposed to go on Saturday, but we were supposed to go on Friday. So we were walking around on Friday, and not realizing that we were supposed to be at the Louvre.
And they don't let you swap?
No, they're very strict about it, and I wasn't about to buy another ticket.
$50?
I think it was like 20 per.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but no, I don't want to pay 40 total per. That's too much.
Yeah, definitely.
So we bought a different museum instead.
Oh, so you still spent money on a museum?
Yep.
So you should have just went
No.
to the most famous museum on earth.
Yeah, but this one had
Between the two.
This one had impressionist works that I was excited about. Like I got to see a different self-portrait of Van Gogh's that I've never seen before, which was interesting.
But you don't think that you would see some stuff like that in the Louvre?
The Louvre is just like so big that like you have to go back multiple times no matter what. So I just feel like I'm gonna have to go back.
But you didn't even go once.
I understand.
No, you don't. That doesn't make any sense.
I think that
You're like, it's so big that I'm going to go back to need to go back more. Like, I'm going to skip it even though I'll need to go more than once. Like, what is it? That doesn't make any sense. But hey, do you, boo-boo?
We did get pics outside of it. It's really pretty.
Great. Great.
That pyramid is sick.
Great.
The Mona Lisa deal is something that...
Yeah, you regret it and you won't admit it. It's fine. You'll definitely go back, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, you're going to definitely go back for sure.
I'll need to go back at least one more time. Because I also tried to see Jim Morrison's grave. I got all the way there, and they never opened the park.
Cemetery.
Yes. It's a cemetery park, right?
Was it a Sunday?
No. It was a Wednesday.
Oh.
Or Thursday. Sorry, it was a Thursday.
Did it have operating hours?
Yeah. Well, it did say multiple times at multiple places. One of them said 9, one of them said 8, and the website said 10. So
That's when it opened?
yeah.
So why didn't you just get there at 10?
I waited from 8 to 10.
Why didn't you just go at 10?
I had to go to Disney that day.
But you still were there at 10.
They never opened it.
I know, but you're not listening to the point. You were there at 10 a.m., correct?
Correct.
So had you just waited until 10 a.m. to go, that's the same thing, but you wouldn't be the dumbass sitting outside a cemetery.
Well, the Google said 8.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you go off? You'd go off them over Google.
No, but not always.
It's their own business. Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Okay, well, clearly you're wrong. So,
Well, they never opened no matter what. So,
but you left like right at 10 a.m.
oh no, I lingered, but I walked
For how long?
like 10:30.
So you just stood outside of. You tried to get to a cemetery like while the guy's unlocking the door.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he wasn't unlocking the door. Nobody was there.
How do you know you couldn't just go in?
I tried. It's a giant gate, man. It's a giant gate. I think.
Do you even like the doors like that?
You know.
No.
I
just
at one-
decided you had to see the grave.
At one point in time, I feel like I was really into them. So yes, I do feel like.
Is it because a part of you thinks the grave isn't really there?
No, it's just to pay my respects to rock and roll, man.
When have you ever done that before?
if there was this something like that,
We passed on Rick James' grave.
I
Watch it. Careful.
what does that even mean?
Be careful whatever you're
What
about
do you
to do.
mean?
Hey.
Why do I always get tagged like this?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, keep it easy.
Oh my god.
Keep it cool. Keep it crisp.
So, why did we pass on that? It just seems to be something
The sun
that
was
I
going
always
down.
So either way, I missed it. I got to go back. We'll have to go back to see Rick's grave too.
I want to go back to Buffalo. Absolutely. I want to go back to a lot of places. I got a lot of places I need to go to.
Yeah, sometimes cemeteries shouldn't be prioritized, but I did prioritize it this time.
I would say every time they should not be
but
prioritized.
on
Unless
the-
it's like to see your family.
On the on the way there to the cemetery, I did stop at one of Bourdain's spots as well. It was the bakery. And it was it's like this super old bakery that literally it was the best chocolate croissant I've ever had.
You should have been like, y'all ever heard of a cronut?
They didn't have any donuts, I don't think. They had some of the craziest looking like pinwheel pastries, dude. But I just got a chocolate. I don't know why. I should have gotten a dozen of them. Seriously.
They have ham and cheese.
Probably. They had savory ones. Actually, I didn't see a lot of savory ones, now that I think about it.
So you just lied?
I think they had
You're
one.
just a completve liar.
I think they had one there, but they
this
didn't
entire
have...
story's completely made up. You have no credibility.
Dude, what do
You're
you
like,
mean?
oh yeah, they had a ton. They had the most savory croissants you could ever dream of. Actually, they didn't have any savory croissants at all. Anyway, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So which is it?
That place had savories, but I don't think I saw a lot of savories there.
Where? At that place?
No, in Paris.
Oh, you should speak a lot more clearly.
yeah, you hate it. You hate to see me coming.
Yeah, if I'm a fucking box of donuts. Get your grubby little fingers all over it.
I don't know why I
You
only got a
fucking
chocolate
knuckle
croissant. Oh, I was knuckle sucking.
I bet it was vile.
That whole trip.
Yeah.
Eating those snails, you best believe I was sucking all the way down to the knuckle.
Was it good? Isn't it all butter?
No, it was like snail. It was like crunchy. It was nice.
Ugh. It was crunchy?
No, not like that. It
Like
was
a scallop, like a sear?
yeah, like chicken tender crunchy.
Yeah. Oh. It was fried?
No.
But it was
it
as
has a
crunchy as a chicken tender?
kind of, but like wet in butter. So
So it was butter.
yeah, there's usually like butter and herbs on it and stuff.
Aren't they soaked in butter?
I wouldn't say soaked. They're like
Drenched?
they're wet with it.
Ooh.
It was nice.
I'm wet with it.
Yeah, the thing about it is
I don't
that
think I'd like them.
you have to take the fork and stick it in there, and then you got to
Compare it to an
take the
oyster.
snail out. Compare it to an oyster.
Flavor wise.
Oh, well, I mean, they're completely different.
Just
They're meatier and more rich than an oyster. How do you
I'm
like
out.
your oyster?
Raw.
But like, have you ever had like oysters Rockefeller?
No.
It's like that.
I want to try that.
It's kind of like it's more like that than it is like a raw oyster, you know.
Got it.
But I don't
I mean,
know.
I like a scallop.
I love an oyster Rockefeller. Oh my god, dude,
I
that
need to
shit
try it.
fucking
I
rips.
just always get raw.
You gotta love it. So we didn't have any oysters. did have snails.
I mean, is oysters a thing there?
To be honest with you,
That's like a
not
an
really.
that's like a
I
U.S. thing.
I don't know. It is a thing there. They do have it sometimes. Yeah, oysters. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying never. I'm saying they're not like known.
Never, not ever.
Not known for.
So anyway, after where the fuck? What were we talking about?
Snails.
Yeah, that was the next day, I think, or that
You're horrible at timelines. You have no idea. This is all made up anyway, so just keep going.
So we went to Versailles. That was
See?
the
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's what happened.
and it was crowded.
How'd you get there? Helicopter?
No, train.
Okay.
We took-
High speed?
We took like a metro train, essentially.
High speed?
Not high speed, man. Regular speed.
60?
Maybe a little bit faster.
Okay.
It was.
How many stops?
Like 7?
An hour?
No, like 35 minutes.
Okay.
35, 40 minutes, I feel like.
Okay. Then what? How's the place?
Well, the thing, we left pretty
It's like made out
early.
of gold, right?
It's got a lot of gold.
Yeah.
A lot of gold plating over the top, it's very it's super picturesque.
Uh-huh.
It's honestly like it's just like a castle. It's beautiful. It's just got giant works of art. Like the size
You can go in?
Yeah, you can walk around the halls of Versailles. There's like thousands of rooms and you only see like
It's very limited.
yeah, like
Got it, okay.
It's a very specific
I
path.
assumed you could like only walk around the outside or something.
No, you get to see it.
Or through the isn't there like a big courtyard thing in the middle or something?
There's a whole garden in the back.
Yeah, okay.
And the garden has 11 different little sections. We went into one of them. And then
So it's like a hiking trail basically?
it's all like dirt path, yeah.
Hmm.
Rocks.
Interesting.
But then behind the gardens there's the Trianon, which is like a tiny palace, which is like
There's another palace.
yeah, it's like it's a smaller version of a little, I don't know how to explain it. It's got like 5 or 6 different halls and like there's another one called the Petite Trianon.
Okay.
And that one is like Marie Antoinette's where she like stayed. It's like got like her like chamber pot and shit in it. It's
Nice.
It's
You lick it?
crazy.
You dirty dog.
You can see her
Stick your nose up in there.
It's very like bare bones, weird, tiny castle shit. And then there's another Queen's Grotto or something. I don't know what
So
that.
would this take like 12 hours to walk through?
No, it took like 7. I want to say 7.
Jesus.
7,
So what
6
is
or
it?
7
Give me
hours.
a scale. Like, is this a college campus? Like, is this that big?
With less buildings, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Okay.
Like one of the universities down in like Kentucky or something. I don't know.
Okay. Why there?
Tennessee.
When have you seen a university? You saw one university in Kentucky.
Didn't we stop in a university in Kentucky?
I wouldn't say we stopped at it. I would say we drove through
Oh, which
Lu-
is the one that we skated
Louisville.
through? Southern Illinois.
That was Missouri.
It was like that, you know?
That's pretty big.
Right.
Okay.
I took a ton of photos on my camera that day,
Mm-hmm.
but I just remember thinking like it just looks like a fairy tale palace. Look at this weird by the grotto. It's called Le Grand Trianon. It's like where it's got like columns. It's like out in a field. Its own little like
Yeah, it's like a fucking whatever. What are those called? It's like a gazebo.
they were doing weird shit under there for sure, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking gazebo season.
A lot of, but yeah, like like you said, a lot of gold. And at the way back, there was also a little farm that had little goats. Oh my god!
Outside of my front 2 teeth, if any of my teeth fall out, I'm telling the dentist I want gold.
You could just tell them that.
Yeah, it's optional. It's a little more money.
So I would probably do the same thing. Give me some gold.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds-
it can't be the 2 big ones. Then you're trash. But give me a fang,
That'd be crazy.
gold fang.
That would be.
Be killing
Oh my god!
motherfuckers. Anyway, so you leave the city of gold.
Well, we stayed. We were there till sundown.
You
Basically.
spent the night there?
No.
Right.
No, I guess we didn't actually wait till sundown. We left at like 4:00, I think.
You just lie about stuff.
The sun doesn't go down until like 9. I don't think we stayed that long.
It's crazy.
It felt like forever we were there, man. It was wild.
They got like pretzels and stuff.
They have a little cafe inside of it.
Okay.
So we had cafe.
Get a pretzel.
I had a little sandwich. I had the hamon with cheese and ham.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was really, honestly, the most perfect thing.
You're
little sandwich with my art.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
Uh-huh.
We didn't get to see the halls of their Congress, which was something that they were advertising. And I was pretty excited to see it because it was inside of that building.
Because you love Congress.
It just seemed like a cool thing. Don't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to see a hall of Perry?
I'd want to see the Mona Lisa, but I guess we're different.
I would have wanted to see it too.
You could have.
No, it was like they didn't have any bookings left for Saturday. That was the other problem.
What about Sunday?
We couldn't have gone. We had to leave for the airport at like 11 o'clock or something.
Tough titty.
I know. If we had one more day, we could have gone.
You got a calendar.
Because there was...
You got to use your calendar.
Dude, I've been saying that.
Doesn't your email automatically try to put things in your calendar
I'm
for
not
you?
pinning it on anybody, but I didn't buy the tickets. It's nothing personal. I just didn't buy the tickets.
Hey, facts are facts. Or are they? Because you're making everything up. So
no.
You probably did buy the tickets.
In frustration, I bought tickets to the other museum. So
so you were being a little baby.
Yeah. They didn't have tickets and even if we were going to get it refunded, which we didn't.
Did you try?
Yes.
Okay.
I took a claim out. I took a claim number. I got in line.
Is that what you had to do?
No, I don't.
I was going to say.
I just emailed somebody and they were like, "We can't do anything."
Why didn't you just walk in?
You have to, because walking in, you have to get in line for a reservation. And we just didn't do that. I thought about it, but we didn't do it.
Speaking to a human being in person, face to face?
Yeah.
Like an adult?
Yeah.
Didn't want to do it.
No, it wasn't going to work. They weren't going to give us a ticket.
You don't know.
It literally says on their website, don't show up to try to get a ticket. Basically. It's
to discourage people from doing it. And then you go, "Hey, I'm a stupid American." And they're like, "Ha ha ha, I bet you are." And you go, "I fucked up. We didn't come to this. Like, is there a way that you can verify that I didn't use this ticket? I would like to use it, please." And then see what happens.
We didn't do that at all.
That's what you do in those situations, though.
That's a good point. Better luck next time, I guess.
You're not going back. I hope you know you'll never go back.
Why do you say that?
Never.
So after Versailles, the city of gold.
Yeah.
Like El Dorado. We went home on the train.
Okay. What does that have to do with El Dorado?
The city of gold.
You take the train there?
No, from there.
From El Dorado to
Paris.
Where? El Dorado goes to Paris?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And we just went out that night for,
That's when you hit Silencio?
No, we didn't go to Silencio until Friday.
Okay.
And you want me to skip to that? Because I'll go there.
Was there more interesting things?
I'll go there.
What about Disney? What was first?
Disney was the next day.
All right, let's do Disney.
Are you ready for this shit?
Yeah, run it.
Okay, first of all, we exclusively went on we tried to make sure that we went on all the rides that were available only in Paris. One of them being
a good move.
A Space Mountain-esque ride called Hyperspace Mountain. Top tier roller coaster.
Better than Space Mountain?
I would argue yes, because it's got Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
I don't like Star Wars.
You would like Hyperspace Mountain, though.
Well, yeah, I like a roller coaster.
It was great.
But I don't think Space Mountain needed to be revised lore into Star Wars.
But that was definitely one of the top ones that we went on that was only there.
Okay.
There was also a little Alice in Wonderland walkthrough, which was pretty sick.
That sounds good.
Little, like, plays with scale, so people look like they're bigger and smaller. As
They
they're
serve
walking through
alcohol at Disney fairs?
it. I didn't get anything to drink, so I don't.
Unbelievable.
They did.
What's the snackage like?
Snackage was honestly pretty dank.
Yeah.
I could get down on Disney food, and that place had it. They delivered.
What did
We
they
had
have?
a little like shawarma wrap. It was like a chicken burger shawarma wrap thing. It was pretty delicious. It came with like it was like pretty saucy, and like the tortilla was like pretty thick.
Garlic sauce?
Yeah, some kind of garlic barbecue thing.
Barbecue. Interesting.
Yeah, like saucy red. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like tangy almost. It was nice. It was a Timon and Pumbaa themed restaurant.
Okay.
Or the Lion King, I guess. It's like a hut. I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like where's the Lion King take place? Like Africa, right?
I don't know. Does it?
I think so.
Could be.
The Sahara Desert. Where is that technically?
You tell me, bud.
You can't. What I think that's it. That's Africa, right?
Could be.
Oh no. Anyway.
Is anything else? Any significant Disney moments, or it was just pretty straightforward? It's like the same thing.
Well, what do you usually expect out of Disney?
Like, was it just like going to Disneyland?
I would say so.
It's just like a replica.
I would say so. It's kind of like it's somewhere between Land and World. It's a little bit. There was definitely a section of the entire park that was closed off, too. That was kind of a bummer.
That they
Looked
were
like it was
working on or
Yeah,
something?
it looked like it was going to open in the summer. Like it looked like a Toontown kind of deal.
Okay.
It looked really cool. So there was Disney. Yeah, there was Disneyland Paris on one side, and then Walt Disney Studios, I think that's what it was called, on the other side, and that had like an Avengers section, and then there was a Finding Nemo ride. It was
Little submarine thing.
no, it was Crush's Coaster, so you're like riding in like turtle shells.
That's cool.
It was nice. It like completely revolved,
Sure.
which was kind of like it was fun. It was definitely like a great unique.
What's the line situation like? Place packed?
We did like 30, 45
Every ride?
for some of the rides, yeah. And then
Brutal.
some of them were a little bit shorter, I feel like. One of them I think was like an hour.
Brutal.
Yeah. It wasn't bad though, 'cause there wasn't that many to do. So Haunted Mansion is like Phantom Manor. It's like a completely different story, but the same ride essentially, which was super fun 'cause it was just kind of like Haunted Mansion, but in French. Yeah. We kind of got stuck like midway through, like the lead up to riding the ride. So we're just like sitting in the.
That happens all the time. That
Octagon
happened to
booth
me in
for
one
like
of
10
the-
minutes. I'm not even kidding you. We're just
Yeah.
like cramped in this one space, and it's like, are we gonna start? Why did you let us go?
Yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes the Haunted Mansion, that happened to me. Haunted Mansion, same thing. Pirates of the Caribbean, I had the same issue.
We didn't do
When I
It's
was
a
a kid.
Small World. We didn't do
That
any.
is atrocious, mind-numbing thing to hear.
We didn't.
I'm just saying. No, but it plays exterior.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
awful.
It was a really cool display, though.
It
that
looks
one there.
nuts. Yeah, I mean, it looks nuts.
It was really, really gorgeous. All the presentations really. We went on a miniature boat ride, basically. So we were in a giant boat, but then all of the different movies were in like miniature displays around the boat, and that was just like that was the first thing.
like
we
a
did.
gondola.
Kind of like a gondola, yeah, like a little boat, right? And they were all on tracks. The kids kept trying to reach out of the boat, so they stopped it every 10. We weren't on it for that long. Every 2 minutes.
Bunch of
Because
little fuckers over there.
That was the only one that was that bad. The rest of them were like full roller coasters, so the kids couldn't ride it. You know, there was an Indiana Jones ride. It was really.
Was it
really
like
dope.
a mine ride?
No, it was a roller coaster.
Yeah, but was it like a mine ride?
Wait, I'm trying to think of what
Mine
it was.
rides are roller coasters. You don't know what a mine ride is? We went on the mine ride.
Yeah, there's a Harry Potter mine ride
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
in Cedar Point too.
There's a bunch of that's like a type of roller coaster. I'm not naming one.
I didn't know that it was a type of roller coaster.
There's a bunch of mine rides.
You're saying M-I-N-E, mine, right?
Yes.
Not a mime ride.
Correct.
I didn't see one mime that whole time. Isn't that crazy?
In France?
Yeah. Where'd all the mimes go?
See, that place is bullshit.
Bring them back. Not even at Disneyland. Is there some like petition? Are they like bad or something? Did I miss something about mimes?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get canceled over anti-mime or something.
Anyway, so there's an Indiana Jones ride. Is it good?
It was a great time. Yeah. The lead up was fun too. It was like a mine or something.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
No. Come to think of it, I think it was a mine ride.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. It makes sense for that theme.
There just wasn't a giant boulder anywhere, so that's why I'm a little thrown off. I would expect a big boulder in the mine ride.
Why?
Just big boulder energy, you know.
But that wasn't in a mine in the movie.
Oh, you're right. It was in like the Temple of Doom.
No, it was just in a cave. You're talking about that's the first scene of the movie when he gets chased by the boulder?
Temple of Doom?
No, in the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
That's how the whole thing starts.
Yeah. That's like a South American temple?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think that's what
But
it
it's
is.
like within a... No, it's just in a cave.
It's not just in a cave. There's like...
Well, yeah, the temple's like within... It's like an ancient thing, so it's like it's like inside of shit. But he's running out of a cave, and then he's just in the middle of the jungle, and they fucking shoot arrows at him.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
You don't guess. I'm right. I know Raiders. Don't try to second guess me.
Ooh, sorry.
So how did you get to Disney? Is it close? How far is
Took
this
another
from Paris?
train, man.
You gotta
Another
train it?
Opposite direction of for where Versailles
It goes
was.
right to Disney?
Right to Disney. Drops you right off.
That's nice.
It is really nice. It was just magical. Honestly.
So you're there
yeah,
all
we
day, I
Disneyland
assume?
Paris. We did Disneyland Paris. That was super dope. There's like 5 different tiny parks inside of that one.
Uh-huh.
We went through all of it. We just kind of like looked through most of it. We did do most of the rides over there, like the coasters. The castle there is also just fucking beautiful. It's Sleeping Beauty's castle, and it's pretty. It's got little square trees too.
They have a monorail?
No monorail.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I love a monorail.
Walt Disney Studio. There's a Tower of Terror in the Walt Disney Studio. We didn't ride it, but it was cool. It was cool to see.
Tower of Terror rips.
Yeah.
Love Tower of Terror.
I gotta say that.
The Ratatouille restaurant is bullshit. That doesn't exist.
We rode the Ratatouille ride, and it was the same as the one in Florida, but
Didn't know
it
there
was
was one
kind
in
of a little
Florida.
bit more French.
I haven't been to Disney World since before it came out.
Dude, that ride rips, and that little area is so cute, especially in Paris.
What is
But
it like? One of those like sharp turn coasters?
It's not a coaster. It's like this weird little like turret that you ride on. You know, they're like, I don't know how to explain it, but they act as like a kind of like go-kart, like a Waymo thing that has seats on top of it, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's very interesting.
Okay.
You're kind of like watching a movie as you're moving
I'll probably
around.
never go back to Disney World.
I think I would go back. I need to go to Disneyland because I've never been to that one in
It's
California.
worse.
I want to go for
It's
sure.
worse. Why? What is wrong with you? You're a grown man. What are you talking about? You need to go to Disneyland. What are you talking about? Go to a fucking football game. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, it's bullshit though that it's not Gusteau's restaurant. That really upset me.
Yeah, it's just a regular. It's like
It's called Ratatouille's.
No, it's called Chef
Okay.
Remy's.
Good. Okay, well that's better that they at least.
It was just kind of expensive. I don't know. It was kind of
It
ridiculous.
was a sit-down restaurant though.
Full sit-down restaurant. It was like €55 for 3 courses or something.
That's not terrible.
But you know the portions at Disney are not going to be big.
Yeah, but you also know that everything at Disney's overpriced.
So couldn't.
That's
do
a
it.
washout.
With the wine.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, we didn't do it. With
Oh.
the wine, it was like another $20. I was like, I can't do that. That's crazy.
But you're there. That's the whole thing, man.
No.
You just keep going. You know what? I'll get it next time. Like, what are you talking about? You're there. Just do it.
We ended up going.
You're like,
to-
oh, I spent $5,000 on this trip, but I can't spend $60 on dinner. No way. Like, it's just like, come on, just go for it. What's the difference?
Nah, I wasn't ready for that.
See, you gotta do, my mantra every time I go anywhere is what?
You just got to do it.
Well, no, it's I'm on vacation, and then I pay for something that I was questioning.
Oh, well.
Anytime you're questioning something, you go, you know what? I'm on vacation. Boom.
Yeah. I saw this Aphex Twin shirt at Supreme.
And you bought it?
I didn't buy it.
That's fair, though. You could just go here and get it.
I know.
So it's whatever.
But what if they don't have it here? That's
Well, it
the
might be
thing.
sold out.
It sucks. It sucks that
Certainly
that I
by
have,
now.
that I have that regret. Same thing with some of
So
the.
it's a trip filled with regrets.
I mean, I still had a blast.
Sure.
And
Despite your many regrets.
Did
you do like
oh,
that?
let me finish. No, the thing about
Okay.
after the Ratatouille dinner, we were like, we're not gonna do it.
You spent $70 at somewhere else.
No, we went up the street to the Cars little section, and there
Ooh.
was it was like basically
Like a Route 66 diner?
there was a diner. It was closed.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit. It's pretty upsetting. But no,
Everything's always closed. Like something you really would like to do is at least one thing is always closed at Disney.
this is what was open though. It was a Baby Bell taxi truck that basically was selling like little croque madames that had the car stamped into the side of it. They're called Croque McQueens.
That's awesome. I got to give him credit for that one. I like that.
So we had one of those, and that was phenomenal.
How much was that?
It was $14.
I guess you win.
I know. It was delicious. But we tried to go back for another one, and that whole section was closed off. It was such bullshit.
Yeah, they just like wrap shit up early. They're like
Yep.
we're packing it up.
Yep.
It's like what the
So
fuck?
we ended up going to the McDonald's right outside in like their like little shopping area, and we had a different Croque Madame there called the Croque Madou. Croque McDuo. McDo. It's McDo.
Like 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. McDo.
Duh.
So that was not as good as the Croque McQueen, but it was also a fraction of
$3.
the price, right?
Yeah.
They had a little chicken wrap thing, but then the highlight item was the chicken bacon onion, the CBO. Honestly, it was delicious.
You got to go to West Loop. Maybe they have it.
Maybe they do. I should confirm.
You can switch your pickup location to West Loop and view the international menu at all times in the app.
Is that true?
Yeah, you never need to go check in person.
That is incredible.
Yep, you're welcome.
So after the McDonald's, I had to exit the building.
To squirt.
No, because the line was so long that the door was stuck open, and it was wafting in all the sewage smell into the McDonald's. So it smelled like cheeseburgers and then shit. And so I was gonna vomit, so I had to leave. I was like,
After you ate?
no. As we got the food, I was like, we need to get the fuck out of here. It was so bad, dude. So we ate it by the
Dumpster.
by the Disney little rainforest cafe fountain / waterfall.
Okay.
So romantic.
Yeah, I bet. So then what? You just hit the train back?
Hit the train back, took a little nap.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I snoozed.
Okay.
In the most uncomfortable positions. So I was really uncomfortable the rest of the night. It was kind of a bummer.
You just
actually.
call it, go to bed?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Only went out that one time to Silencio. And that was the next day, actually.
You took Molly?
No. But I did smoke cigarettes in
Nice.
the arm, basically.
That's tight.
It was crazy, dude. The only reason why I know is 'cause I saw this tall lady walk in there and light a cigarette. I was like, you can smoke in here?
Can't you smoke everywhere there?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, not in a downtown, not in an underground club, typically. You'd have to go outside, but not here. They have it set up.
Ventilation.
They have basically, it's like,
Richards.
yeah, like a clear glass that has like a door that like shuts. But it was open the whole night. But whatever's inside of that room is like some ventilation system. And it's a magnificent
Yeah, it's
thing.
like at a Curcino.
It's wonderful.
You ever go to a Curcino smoking room? One of the saddest places you'll ever be in your life.
I feel like I have seen one of these.
Yeah.
Like a cigar lounge?
No.
Oh.
There's a spot in the casino that's like a smoking zone. That way you don't have to leave. Not in Vegas. Obviously in Vegas you could just smoke on the floor. But, where was this? I don't remember. This was like Southern Illinois or something. And it's just like you just like walk into a room that it's like a screened in porch basically, but it was just like cement and sad, and it was all the most down on their luck, like stress the fuck out losers ever.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway.
That wasn't what this
So
place
it was just
like
filled with memorabilia and shit.
No.
Well, obviously it was classier and like it was well done, but I'm just saying like
I would say
there's like references throughout.
there was only a seating area that had little books, kind of like a little lounge area.
Uh-huh.
And then there was the actual hallway I guess the stairwell that you go down when you enter the building to go to the club.
Uh-huh.
But within that stairwell down, there's literally a brief moment where you don't hear any sound. It is literally like there's a very notable moment of silence.
Uh-huh.
And then you literally can hear the music like fade in as you're walking down. It's like the craziest thing. I was like, I was immediately blown away. I was
Sound
like,
design.
it's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And then so as you're walking down the stairwell, there's like pretty large prints, like framed prints of just like one of them was like Cooper going into the Black Lodge.
Sure.
And then I think some kind of dancing sequence from another movie.
Sure.
And then just like other like weird, abstract, noisy photos. And then you get into the club and it's like just like pretty stripped down circular rooms. First of all, they're like circular stairwells essentially.
Okay.
Or not stairwells, hallways.
Uh-huh.
One section of them is just like dark and black, like not really lit. And then the other ones are like gold, like bricks,
Mm-hmm.
like brick, but like shiny mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like basically that's like what most of the hallways are consisting of until you have like a little.
So it's huge.
It's. I think it's huge.
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you how to get to the lounge.
Did you get drinks?
Yeah, there was like a bar in one of the little darkened areas.
Any good?
Delicious.
Okay. How long did you stay?
Like 3 hours,
Damn. All right.
I want to say. I dragged. We
How
sat,
far
we
was
sat
that?
in the little lounge area for a while.
What was the commute?
It was literally like 2 blocks away from our
Nice.
hotel. It was
Hell yeah.
perfect.
That's great.
It was really, really nice.
Nice.
Should we let him in?
No, he's annoying.
He wants to speak.
He's always speaking. It's terrible.
There was some stray cats, which is cute.
Was it?
You know.
What if they had AIDS?
Oh no, kitty AIDS?
A lot of stray cats have AIDS.
That'd be crazy. There was a ton of dogs, beautiful dogs, some of the most beautiful dogs. I saw a little baby chow um, getting like biked down the streets of Paris, with those old buildings and his little face. Oh my god, dude, it was magnificent.
You go to the tower?
We did see the Eiffel Tower, yeah, on the last day.
You didn't go in?
No, we didn't go in. Would you have gone in?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why not?
I know.
It's an observation tower.
It's cool.
Yeah. Isn't there like a cafe in there too?
There's a restaurant in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have booked that shit.
I didn't.
Should have.
Everywhere we ate was phenomenal, honestly. Hands down, best service I've had.
Service too?
Yep. Oh yeah, so nice.
Best food you've ever had?
Up there. I think Toronto's up there too, though.
I've heard that.
I really could get down on that place again. That's why I was stoked to try to go before.
Yeah, that would have been great.
But no, I feel like after Silencio we had the museum debacle, so we had to go to the museum the next day, and we ended up at that museum, the Musée d'Orsay. I don't know how to say it. And that there was a cafe in there too. We got in there like right before they were closing up, and both had like this beautiful big salad. Oh my god, that was so good. And then saw a shitload of impressionist art. Artists that I feel like I've never seen before. I don't know why I feel that way.
Because they're French.
I think so.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and they were really good. They were really pretty. A lot of Van Gogh, which is nice, and Monet, stuff that I definitely have not seen before. But we also saw Little Sorose, I think is his name, the guy that did the big Art Institute one of the ladies by the water. That's all the
sure,
dots.
yeah.
Some of his studies, which was pretty random. I was like, I feel like we should have these, right?
Yeah, we should have more.
You should give those to
we
us.
should have more. Yeah, they don't need it.
You don't need this.
No,
you know,
no.
like halls and halls of this crazy art. I get so inundated when I go to big museums like that.
I get tired quick.
Yeah,
I don't want to be there.
Lot.
Yeah,
I really intentionally only want.
I start walking a lot faster and barely looking at stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really see a lot of it. I just wanted to remember those though,
Sure.
So like I'll check out. I'm just like, take some photos here. I'll look at it later, Some of the sculptures were dope too though. They had this weird like miniature to scale opera house, and it was like insane.
That's
to
cool.
See all the different ways that the backdrops were like dropped down into frame, So that was cool, but like I can't. Some of it was all that old shit too,
Yep.
All that crazy old shit, all that God shit.
Yep.
So
how was the flight back? You get drunk again?
all right, so flight back. Here's the thing. I really had a game plan here, but then I got thrown off because Hannah was like, "Let's watch a movie together," but on the different screen, and I was like, "That sounds nice. I'll do that." So we did.
What was your game plan? Get drunk?
Yes.
Yeah. So you stopped that.
So I did whiskey and Coke so that I would stay awake this
There
time.
you go.
Yeah, it was nice. It was Jack. And the
What'd you watch?
So we watched Presents together. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, but I didn't see it.
It is not what you expect whatsoever. It's pretty twisted at the end, to be honest.
Was it good?
I enjoyed it a lot. I really, I wish I saw it on a bigger screen. That's usually how I know it was at least a decent movie, is because I'm like, I wish I saw that on a regular screen.
Yeah, that would be ideal most of the time.
Sound was great though. I had a really good time, and I think, would you watch it?
Sure. No
Then-
spoilers.
Yeah, then I won't ruin it, but like it was just like from a perspective that, because you're seeing it from like the spirit's perspective essentially. Like you quickly find that out. You'll know it if you see it from the trailer, it feels like. But like that whole take on a horror movie makes it feel almost like slower, like the build-up's more intense too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And then that was when I started drinking. It was during that because we got it set up before we took off too. And then I needed to finish Megalopolis.
Sure.
Because I didn't, and I was like, that. All I remember is that was awesome, and I was right. It was that much better than.
You started it from the beginning?
No, I started it like 30 minutes in.
Okay.
So like, after there's just like a lot of crazy exposition. There's just a lot of intro.
Yep.
So getting through that was nice the first time. That was why I fell asleep, because I was like, I'm not going to remember all this.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, okay, I'm locked in. I remember this now,
Uh-huh.
Aubrey Plaza is just wonderful.
10 out of 10.
Always. But
Yep.
this one, especially, Shia LaBeouf is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a performance.
So you're just all in Megalopolis. That's your movie.
100%, dude.
That's a great take. I
love
that.
And then I did Speak No Evil.
Uh-huh. How was that?
Honestly,
That's like McAvoy, right?
yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems bad. Seems like really basic.
I don't know. I don't want to be. Okay. This was the only one that I was kind of like not super into, actually. But it was just like a lot. It was just like didn't really make a lot of sense. It's one of those movies that you're like kind of gripping at, like just leave. And like
Yeah.
by the time shit hits the fan, it's like you're already out almost. You're like, like some shit's gonna go down and it's gonna be sad.
Yeah, it's too predictable. It's no good.
And this one like has a happier ending, so that's why it also doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make me feel better about watching it. Just because. I don't know.
Fair. All right.
I could ruin that one for you if you want.
I don't care. Yeah.
He dies. McAvoy dies.
Great.
The kid bashes his head in, and it's like violent and
Happy
awful.
ending, huh?
Well, because he was keeping him prisoner.
I know.
That's
the
exactly. So that whole thing, like we already knew. So why did you have to do it? Like you could have just like left that.
Just don't even make the movie. Yeah.
Well, no, don't trust strangers, I guess, is the lesson. But, like, is that something that we needed to learn through this? Like, not really.
I don't think it's trying to teach anybody a lesson. It's just a movie.
Like, yeah, and I just can't really so I was done with it, yeah. I actually watched the whole thing.
Are you excited for the resurrection of the Christ?
What is this?
The sequel to The Passion of the Christ?
Is that going to be Scorsese?
What?
Isn't that who did that other one?
That's The Last Temptation of Christ.
Oh. Well, who did? Well, Mel Gibson?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah.
When did that happen?
It's coming out this year.
Oh, see that. Let's fucking go.
Did you see the first one?
2006 or something.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I think so. The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
I do think that I don't remember it.
Okay. I certainly did not. But hey, it's probably gonna make a fuck ton of money, I guess.
It's been on during when I played with Legos. I feel like
The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, in the background.
The brutally violent movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that was Paris.
There was one more movie.
You watched 4 movies.
Yeah, this time I didn't sleep.
Okay.
Well, maybe I took a little nap.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna remember what it was. Oh, it was not a good one. It was Shrek 2 or Shrek 2. Yeah, Shrek 2.
Okay, so why did you need to bring it up?
I don't know.
All right, that was Paris.
To get it all in there,
Justis pretends that he loved it, but
I had a great time.
he knows it's overrated.
Good service, good wine.
He knows
good food.
that America's better.
America's cool, but
It's better. Don't be silly.
they like me there too.
No, they didn't. Anyway, that's because you stinky like them.
That's true.
That's it for Requiem for a Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. Rate, review, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. And
Go shimmy.
seeing 2 movies this week, one of which will be the first review posted to the Champagne Video Substack.
Wait, what movie is it going to be?
So keep an eye out for that. No reveal, because I don't know which one yet.
Oh.
But one of the 2 will be...
I'll be there for one of them.
The review. Yeah. So subscribe, do all that stuff. And remember, I are fat, you are fat, we are fat.
Wee.
Calculator.